What's up, beautiful souls? Let's talk protection. This is a conversation that makes some people uncomfortable, but I feel like it's an essential conversation for us to have, because no matter what side of things you're on, if you're on the right, if you're on the left-hand path, or if you're on, if you're a part of any religious sect, or whatever your spiritual path is, protection is still essential, okay? I talk to you guys a lot about taking regular spiritual baths. You can go to my blog and on thespiritualbestie.com. You can go to my blog and you can look at a recipe that I've left up there for you guys on spiritual baths. If you need something a little more potent, or you just not really comfortable creating your own bath, you might be dealing with some low vibrational energy, then you want to get a bath from somebody else. I sell them on the website, but I'm gonna caution you, if you are not in a good place, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, don't create your own bath. Let somebody else that you trust create your bath for you, because you're putting your energy into your spiritual bath, and you don't want to just recycle low vibrational or negative energy back onto your vessel. You want to get something that is powerful and cleansing. But if you are good and you feel like, I'm in a good place, I know that I am vibrating on a higher frequency, then you can make your own bath. And there's a recipe on the blog for you on spiritual baths. I break down why they're important, but I'll just cover for you guys, the gist of it. Every day that we go out and we come in contact with different people, whether we pass somebody or actually stop, talk, make physical contact with people, lay up with people, we are opening ourselves up for other energies to attach themselves to you. If your aura is not clean, or if your aura can have holes in it and openings in it, and entities can attach themselves to you and feed off of you. If your chakras are out of alignment, entities can feed off of your energy. And I've experienced this personally firsthand. Like, I woke up one night and I haven't really since astroplaned, but I had like an out of body kind of experience where I was asleep, but I could see myself laying down in my bed, and there was an entity that had attached itself to me because my aura had a hole in it, basically. So I had to do work to repair my aura. I didn't know anything about this stuff. I just was like, I had to ask somebody that at that time could explain to me what that was, because I had no idea. And that's when, I began to realize that I had to, at that time, I had to really make sure that I put into practice really taking care of my aura and really cleansing myself more regularly, because at this time I wasn't taking spiritual baths. I didn't know really anything about all that stuff, but yeah, that kind of thing can happen. So understand that as you are coming in contact with different people, that entities can attach themselves to you. It's like when you pull your clothes out the dryer and you have the little dryer sheets in, and they're like stuck to your pants, and they're like clinging, to your pants or whatnot. It's the same way entities will cling to your aura. And if your aura is dirty, or if it has a hole in it or an opening in it, they can feed off of you. So I'm not trying to scare anybody, but you just have to be cautious. And if you do things like take regular spiritual baths, make sure that you attune your chakras, make sure that you just take care of yourself spiritually in the same way you would physically, you'll be all right, okay? But kind of going back to protection is essential, and you have to treat spiritual protection the same way you do physical protection. So if you wouldn't just stand by and somebody come up and slap your kid across the face, and you understand that if something like that happens, there are going to be consequences. Somebody gonna get their ass beat. The same way that you would handle a physical situation, you need to approach your spirituality the same way. Now, maybe some of y'all walking around letting people slap your kids across the face for no reason, but most of us aren't, okay? Most of us, let's keep it real. Most of us, if somebody comes up and attacks our child, we are going to defend our child. If somebody comes up and attacks us, we're going to defend ourselves. And that is what I'm talking about with this conversation of spiritual warfare when it comes to protection, okay? If you wouldn't let somebody physically violate you on a physical level, don't allow somebody to violate you on a spiritual level, because I have seen firsthand how spiritual warfare can destroy a family. It can destroy an entire family. And I've seen this happen where, you know, some negative energy, dark magic, whatever you want to call it, was sent someone's way, and it not only destroyed their marriage and their relationship, but it destroyed their family. And that person that energy was sent to lost damn near everything. So it's really important that we take spiritual protection and spiritual warfare seriously. And we can get more in depth in spiritual warfare at a later time if you guys are interested in that conversation. But, and I don't want to scare anybody, but we got to keep it real. Like, I don't want you guys to be following me and I'm only giving you the love and light side of things. Like, I want to give y'all positivity to help y'all through the journey, but I also want to give y'all truth and useful information to help you through the journey, because we got to do the essential things. And just because we want to avoid the conversation of protection or spiritual warfare does not mean that it can't hit home, okay? When it comes to the black and red candle, it's called a return to sender, that you saw at the beginning of the video. That particular candle is really useful in a couple of ways. One, if you burn that candle, it can tell you if some negative energy was sent your way. Typically, if you burn it and it burns black more than halfway, that means that some negative energy was sent your way, or there's negative energy around you, like a negative entity actually may be present in your home or something like that. And a couple of other ways that you can know if there's negative energy around you, or if you may have been hexed. And not everybody is hexed. Sometimes you're just going through some shit. But if you are experiencing dizziness, headaches, nausea, if you're going to sleep at night and you're waking up feeling unrested, if you are if it just seems like all of a sudden things are just falling apart, or just out of the blue, you know, just everything just seems to be falling apart, you could be a victim of somebody sending some negative work your way. Also, pay attention to your dreams. I personally recently was dreaming a lot about warfare, about fighting, about people trying to kidnap me, people trying to tie me up, people trying to kidnap the children in my family, like on the run. I was having these dreams every single night. And so I was like, let me get my candles out, you know, and I lit my candles. Sure enough, something had been sent my way. And it's kind of almost to be expected working as a spiritual practitioner, because the same way that moths are attracted to a flame, different entities and energies are attracted to my light. And I recognize that. I'm aware of that. So I have to really stay on top of my game. So after I burnt the candle and saw like, okay, something was sent my way, Spirit confirmed it in a dream, showed me exactly who the person was. And so I just, you know, I started with burning the return to sender, and that gave me the diagnosis. I burnt a second return to sender to also again send that energy back their way. So the black that's at the top of the candle is to break up the negative energy. But again, it can diagnose the situation as well and let you know if you've been hexed, or if there's just negative energy around you, or negative energy being sent to you. Sometimes, again, people can be a little jealous of you, or they mad at you for whatever reason. Maybe it's something you posted. Like, you got to be really careful and understand that negative energy can come from anywhere. It can come from a complete stranger. It can come from somebody that you cut off in traffic. You don't know who is practicing what and who is kicking it, on the dark side, on the light side. Like, you really don't know. And trust and believe, it's somebody in your family that you don't even know practice magic in some form or another. So being that it can come from anywhere, you just have to stay on top of your spiritual game. After I burnt that candle, like I said, I burnt another one. So the black broke up the stuff that was sent to me, and when I got done, the glass, what the glass looked like was what I was able to diagnose to realize like something was sent my way. And it was totally like, when I burnt it, it was like black to here. It was black to here. I mean, I went to work. I went to work to get that off of me, to get that energy away from me, because I could feel it. I could feel it. I recognize it. And then I dream, and spirit shows me things. Like, you can't throw shit at a psychic and expect that they not gonna know. Okay? So after I burnt that, I took a spiritual bath, cleansed myself. I felt the lifting of that energy up off of me, and I went on about my business. We're good now. I burnt that second candle. It burnt clear all the way through, so I know that the reversal worked. The red at the bottom of the candle, I keep getting kind of sidetracked because y'all know I get talking. Okay, I understand. So the black up here breaks the shit up. The red is the warfare. Send them daggers right back to their ass. And it's like this. Again, doing harm to others isn't necessary, but if someone is sending negative energy to you and you burn a return to sender, you're just returning that energy back home. So really they're doing the work to themselves. So you're not hexing somebody by burning a return to sender if you're worried about that. If you ain't worried, you still ain't hexing nobody. There's other ways to do that, but we're not going to talk about that here right now. When it comes to protection personally, I'm more Malcolm than Martin. You understand what I'm saying? So I bust back. I will send a return. I will burn a return to sender in a heartbeat. But keeping a reversal candle lit on your altar, keeping things like your evil eye protector, your different amulets, your crystals on you, all that stuff is essential. It's really important, and it's something that if you're not doing, I really want to encourage you guys to start doing that, because it's ugly out here in these spiritual streets. Okay, and as above, so below. If there's a lot of crime going on around the rest of the world, understand that energy is coming from somewhere, and it's not just on a physical level, it's also on a spiritual level. Sometimes you don't even know who might be praying for your downfall, so it might be somebody like right in your inner circle. And I'm not saying that that's the case for everybody, but it happens. Okay, and everybody that smiles at you is not your friend. It's not your friend. So use discernment, stay lit, stay protected, and make sure that you are venerating and honoring your ancestors, because they will go to war for you. They are in the spirit, they exist in the spiritual realm, so they will go to war for you. If you're not venerating and honoring your ancestors, who gonna have your back on the spiritual realm? You have to venerate and honor your ancestors in whatever way feels right to you. Not for everybody. It doesn't mean creating an elaborate altar like what y'all see on social media. Sometimes it's simple. It's a candle and a glass of water. And we can talk more about ancestor veneration. If you guys want, just leave a comment down below or email me and let me know, hey, I want more information on how to do this. I'm also going to be doing a podcast episode really soon on ancestor veneration. So if you're interested, make sure you're also subscribed to my podcast, because I'll be doing an episode really soon with a very, very good ancestor veneration practitioner. So just protect yourself, honor your ancestors. They will go to war for you. And understand that the flame is a powerful sword against entities and energies seen and unseen. Okay? So make use of it. That's why I sell these candles. Like, the flame is a powerful thing, honey. The flame is a powerful thing. So make sure that you guys keep a candle lit. Candles are not expensive. My candles are not expensive. I dress them for you and bless them and pour beautiful, positive, high vibrational, strong ass energy, because I do my spiritual work. Okay? I do that. So that's what I wanted to talk about as far as protection. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you need a part 2 on maybe some other things that you can do as far as when it comes to spiritual warfare, we can talk about those things. I'm totally open to that. Just let me know in the comments below, or send me an email and let me know so I can get y'all situated. Okay? I'm going to, with that, say peace and love. I love you guys. Stay lit, stay protected, stay blessed.